is rolling. Shalom. Right, once again, praises to Yahweh, Bashin Shan, Bashin Mokakadash. And through the grace and power of the Most High, we're prophesizing the downfall of this wicked kingdom. You got a scripture?
Going into the downfall of this wicked kingdom.
Yeah. You see all the news articles.
Right.
Nuclear war. You know what I'm saying?
I read an article earlier. I think it was Fortune that published it. I got the headline. It says, American cities are preparing for the worst and bracing for stagflation and possible economic downturn.
Stagflation.
Let's get into that word.
Okay, look that up.
Stagflation. Persistent high inflation combined with high unemployment and stagnant demand in a country's economy.
Yeah, because the value of the dollar is decreasing, right? And then at the same time, there's articles out there that say that statistically, a lot of people are walking off their jobs, all right? Companies are having a hard time filling positions, you understand?
We'll go into that. In Genesis 47 and 15, says, and when money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence, for the money faileth.
Right, so everything comes full circle. All right, the money failed in ancient Egypt, the money's going to fail in modern day Egypt.
Right.
Get that scripture where it says the things that are written in our foretime were written for our learning. Because this truth, this Bible, it has all the answers, all right? That's how we know what's going on around the world is biblical prophecy, based upon what's written in the scriptures, all right? And it also is a measuring stick and allows us to know what times that we're living in.
This is Romans 15 and 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning,
right? That
we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
Through patience, all right? The scriptures speak about how we're supposed to be long-suffering in this truth, all right? You got brothers that have been in this truth for decades, all right? And brothers are still keeping the faith strong. That's what it's about. You're supposed to endure to the end.
Right, pursuant to James 5 and 1, it says, go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered.
And this is speaking about the elites.
Right.
All right? The elites that rule this world. All right? You heard about that article that J.P. Morgan kicked Kanye out? They said, we don't want to do business with you.
Oh, yeah,
go find another bank for your own company. So you notice how the timelines are. He come out on Fox and he did that interview with Tucker Carlson, right? And he was talking all that shit. He even brought up the Jews and how they operate. You know what I'm saying? So you know the elites, they didn't like that. Because J.P. Morgan, he's just a front. Yeah. He might own like maybe 10-15%. But the rest, if I'm not mistaken, it's owned by the Rockefellers. So the elites, they move behind the scenes. They pull the strings from behind the scenes.
And Kanye, he was getting into it because they was trying to call him anti-Semitic. Yeah. And he was like, how am I anti?
But when you saw the interview though, he was trying to make sure, like, how could I say this the way they don't try to spin it to me?
Right.
They say I'm anti-Semitic.
Right.
Because if they do that shit, it's going to be like Nick Cannon. He's gonna do a Nick Cannon to him. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to come out and apologize. They might try to take shit from him.
Yeah. He was like, how am I anti-Semitic? And he was like, the real Jews are black. And you know, people that's in the know, like, they was like, oh, nah, we gotta shut this nigga up.
You think they could just come out and say what they want to say and still keep all their goodies?
Right.
Keep their riches.
Yeah, what was that?
What was that? James 5.
James 5. Okay, yeah. He said, behold the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud.
Kept back by fraud, all right? where the hire is, where the labor is.
Right.
All right. You gotta work for pennies on a dollar, $15 an hour.
And then on top of that, they
$20
taxing
an
you
hour.
and shit.
You get taxed like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It don't even really be much. No point in working overtime.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That whole taxation shit is wicked anyway. Cause Tahar, he was bringing out. I watched a video. He was like, that came during World War II. It's called the what was it, like a war tax or a liberty tax. And then after the war, they were supposed to do away with it, but they kept it going.
Yeah. So that shows you, man. Here it is. You work hard. You work hard your whole life. You gotta pay your taxes. All right. But how much substance do you really come out happy? You know.
Right.
Let's say you get a mortgage, you pay off your mortgage. Do you think that you're not gonna have to pay taxes anymore?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Property taxes.
You gotta
and
pay
shit.
property taxes. So that shows you how fraudulent this man's system is. All right. And here it is. We built this country for free, and then we can't even catch a break.
Right.
You would think like, oh, ESOL will give you some type of tax break, you know? They'll give you a free EBT card. You don't gotta qualify for it, or some shit, you know? But they don't do much. They don't do much of nothing for us.
Right.
So ESOL got a lot to pay for.
Got their foot on our damn neck.
You know?
That's funny. That's not even what I was trying to open with. That's a spirit. This is what I really wanted to go into. Where is it at? Oh yeah, Isaiah 65. Start at 2. It's Isaiah 65 and 2. That I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good after their own thoughts.
Right? And this is speaking about the Israelites,
Right.
so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The people right here on this side. They're the most hard-headed people on this earth. At the same time, they're also the most forgiving. Here it is, we have our oppressor. Our oppressor still ruling over us. Take into account the history that's going on in the past, all right? And you still got Jake that tries to hold hands with this man, that tries to be up in his system, that tries to appease him,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
It's like Romans 12 and 2. Like it's like they conform to this world. They care about the things of this world. So the people that provoketh me to anger continually to my face, that sacrificeth in gardens and burneth incense upon altar of brick.
Yeah, because they want to sacrifice, you know, to other gods as well.
Right.
Israel went into idolatry, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Which remain among the graves and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh and broth of abominable things in their vessels.
Right. Jake loves pork. It's hard to tell Jake to put down pork. It's like eating all types of abominable foods, shellfish, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's really mostly the women that are into that shit.
They think that's good eats. Which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. These are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all day. Behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silence, but will recompense, even recompense into their bosom.
Yeah, yeah. A good precept for that is at Habakkuk chapter 2. Which, no. But yeah, Habakkuk 2. I think Habakkuk chapter 2 and 4. Because the Most High, he has it to where Esau is over us. Esau is really the one who has his foot on our necks, right? But the time is going to come when the table is turned. Which that's the hope that we have. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures speak about the hope.
Right. You said 2 and 4?
I think it's 2 or 4, 2 and 6. It speaks about a recompense. See if you can find it. I know it's in there. reading what you was at.
It says, behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silence, but will recompense, even recompense into their bosom.
Oh, that was Joel. I get Joel 3 and 4. You can finish that.
So your iniquities and the iniquities of your fathers together, saith the Lord, which have burned incense upon the mountains and blasphemed me upon the hills. Therefore will I measure their former work unto their bosom. Thus saith the Lord, as the new wine is found in the cluster, and one saith, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it. So will I do for my servants' sakes, that I may not destroy them all. And that right there is going into the remnant.
Yeah,
The elect. The elect. And I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob and out of Judah, an inheritor of my mountain. And mine elect shall inherit it, and my servants shall dwell there.
You know, that's speaking about the Lord, Yahweh.
Right.
And you know, there's going to be an order in the kingdom. You're going to have King David, who's also going to be ruling, pursuing to Ezekiel chapter 37. All right.
What was that one you quote for? Joel what?
Joel 3 and 4. I knew it was either in Habakkuk or Joel. Just wasn't so sure.
This is Joel chapter 3 verse 4.
You can start up a couple verses. Get the context,
Yeah, we'll start at 1.
if any.
Joel 3 and 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
All right. So the valley of Jehoshaphat is in the Middle East. You break down that word Jehoshaphat, it means the Most High's judgment, Yahweh Shabbat. Okay. So in the time of World War III, that's where that conflict is going to be taking place at. All right. Of course, there's going to be areas around the world where you might have some military activity. You know what I'm saying? But the main destruction is really going to take place in America
Right.
when it's all said and done, because this place is going to be wiped out. And in the land of Israel, that's going to have to be cleansed too.
There's a lot of wickedness and folly going on over there. That's how you know they're not the people. And they have, Joel 3 and 3. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink.
Right, and this is speaking about slavery. So he's going to have to pay for what he's done. All right.
Ye, and what have ye? Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine?
That's it on that. You finish that verse.
Finish the verse. Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head. Go back to Isaiah.
Yep.
It's Isaiah 65 and 10. And Sharon shall be a fold of flocks, and the valley of Acre a place for the herds to lie down in for my people that have sought me. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forgot my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer.
Right, so we fell as a people. All right. So we're really paying for the sins of our forefathers, and then also the sins that we commit. You know?
Right now.
Right now.
Like what it says, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear. Like when we're out here trying to reach the people, they just turn a blind eye to it, or they scoff at it. You know?
So, this is a precarious situation that we're in. One for all for one.
That's how it's gonna be in those last days. Everybody just gonna be sticking to themselves. Motherfuckers gonna be out here heartless. Let's get there. So, second Timothy. Let's get there. This is 2 Timothy 3:2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud,
You
blasphemers.
gotta start up with the first verse.
First verse. All right, this is 2 Timothy 3:1. This now also, that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Perilous means dangerous, all right? So the shit that we see going on in the world is indicative of the times that we're living in.
Right.
Threats of nuclear war, them talking about coming out with a new currency, digital currency,
Right.
doing away with cash. So what is this going to lead to? That's going to lead to the fulfillment of Revelation 13 and 16. The MOT to the B.
It says, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good.
Right, and you can't say that you don't see this going on in this world today.
It's only gonna heat up.
It's only going to get worse. Right? Wait till they come out with the C-hip, right? And people are going to be tempted. They're going to have that choice to either take it or not take it. And if you don't take it, there's going to be repercussions. You're not going to be in this man's system. How are you going to pay your rent or your mortgage? How are you going to survive if you're not in the system?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
You got to get off the system. All right? You see, when the time comes, we're not going to be caught up out there to where we're like, man, we got to get down with this man's system, man. How are we going to eat? How are we going to survive? What we're going to do is we're going to trust in the Most High.
Right. Have faith. It says traitors, petty, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God.
Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. The Most High tells you not to take the C-hip, right? It tells you what the penalty is for it.
Right.
But people are going to do what their heart desires anyway. Really, it's because they're not of the elect. You see, the elect, they're not gonna get fooled into Esau's trickery. You understand? They're not gonna get caught up in that bag. Talking about you could take it and repent, or you could take it and still get delivered because Esau's gonna force it on you regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The 5 men. The 5 men. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. For of this sort are they which creep into houses, and lead captive silly women, laden with sins, led away with divers lusts. But you gotta think, like in those times, like it says, right? It says, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, without natural affection. Like your neighbors that you might once used to talk to, they might try and break in your shit and take what you have, you know? It's gonna be every man out there for himself.
Yeah, that's in the Apocrypha. Uproars of the people.
It's gonna be untied wickedness going on in the last days.
2nd Ezra chapter 15, 2nd Ezra chapter 16. You understand?
That was pretty much it on the point.
And also to add to that, when they come out with the MOT to the B, you're gonna have people on one hand that are gonna be against it. They're gonna try and be against it. And you already know Esau's gonna have a database of those that took it and those that didn't take it, because they already have people tied to birth certificates and social security numbers, and
Right.
bank accounts now. You know what I'm saying?
But again, that goes to let's get it. Proverbs 20, Proverbs 22 and 3.
You know, all out hell could very much well break loose within the next 2 years, maybe sooner, maybe 3 years. You know,
Right.
the way things is looking. Civil war.
All right, right here. Start at 1. Proverbs 22 and 1. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold.
Right. So it's good to maintain a good name, like the scriptures say, and to keep a good rapport with the Most High. Because if you choose money over God, then that's not good.
That's pretty much what that whole, the M to the O to the T to the B is.
Yeah.
It says the rich and poor meet together. The Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, is the maker of them all. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
Where you read from?
That's Proverbs 22 and 3. That was the point.
Yeah. So it's in your best interest to be prudent, to think how things are gonna turn out down the road.
Right.
Think about the pros and the cons. Weigh it. You understand?
By humility and the fear of the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai are riches and honor and life.
Yeah, it says fear of the Most High is riches, honor, and life.
Right.
So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for our reward for being in this faith. All right? Because this does come with a reward, does it not? Get the scripture. Get the scripture. Because we're not looking to remain in this man's society and his system for the rest of our lives. We can't wait to get the fuck out of here. We want this place to collapse, all right? And even if you don't make it, you have to take into account that this truth is bigger than you, all right? And also reincarnation. So if you don't make it on the first go around, you make it on the second go around. You know? An Israelite in their right mind should just be glad that Esau just loses his power, all right? Because this world that we live in right now is hell. Because our people, scriptures speak about how our people are hard-headed, stubborn, all right, and they don't want to perceive this truth. They don't want to perceive it. You understand? So they'd rather just remain in this man's system, which is ultimately going to lead to their downfall. They're not prudent. Got that? Look up the word. This is First Corinthians 3 and 8. Probably better to use this filter.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 8. Now he that planteth and he that watereth are one, and every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor.
Right, and this truth is likened unto farming. You know, the truth is the seed, and then the person is the soil, the world, the ground. So you plant this seed into the soil, you would hope that it grows, that something grows. All right, the seed was planted into us, and what have we done ever since then? We've ascended to a higher level. You know, you hear these scriptures, you're supposed to want to get deeper, learn more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just be stuck or stagnant. Because this truth is about growing. Did you finish that verse?
Yeah. Was that in Isaiah 32? Start back. It was Isaiah 65 and 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
Yeah, so when they implement their new system, they have to go homeless.
Yeah.
You know? The scriptures also say that some of us are going to be cast into prison houses, concentration camps. Some of us even going to be put to death for our stance in this truth. So, like I always say, we really don't know what our destiny is. Just get out the way and find out.
But ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
Yeah, so the Most High, He's going to look out for us. Right? When times really start getting rough, He so implements His new currency system. All right, we're going to have to trust in the Most High. That's really all we can do.
You might go a day or two without eating.
Yeah, you might go like one day without eating, or you might just eat like once a day. You know,
If that.
maybe twice a day.
But you know, like, that's why it's good, you know, practice like the Day of Atonement and stuff like that. You get yourself prepared.
Because it builds yourself up.
Right.
It builds your body up.
Build you physically, spiritually, mentally.
I don't know about you, but after the last Day of Atonement, I was like, shit, I could do another 24 hours.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
It really wasn't
Once you
that
get
bad.
over that hump, when you normally are used to eating at a certain particular time,
Right.
you know, you be coasting to the finish line.
Right.
But, you know, this truth builds you up. It's supposed to.
It says, behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit.
Speaking about the 2/3.
Right.
2/3 Israelites. And also the other nations, because the Most High is not going to really look out for them.
Yeah.
He's not going to look out for them.
Shall be numbered to the sword.
He might look out for you at a particular time just to save you for later. So yeah, I'm gonna get this motherfucker later. I'm gonna spare him right now, but I'm gonna get him later. You know what I'm saying?
It says, behold, it says, and ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. For the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai shall slay thee, and call his servants by another name.
Get that scripture? Hold on. Keep reading.
That he who blesseth himself in the earth shall bless himself in the God of truth. And he that sweareth in the earth shall swear by the God of the truth. Because the former troubles are forgotten, and because they are hid from mine eye. Got that?
Finish that?
Yeah.
Good. Get 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3.
5 and 3.
Yeah.
First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say, peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child,
Yeah, so
and
someone
they shall not escape.
someone may think that they're safe from a particular danger at a time, right? But then they'll get hit with a left hook. They won't even see it coming. You know what I'm saying? That's how real stuff is about to get. Like you said, people are gonna be breaking into your stuff, trying to get what you have.
Right.
All right.
That's it on that? Like, that was the point?
Yeah.
Go back
Because
to
a lot of people gonna get shut out of the system, man. Remember, I told you, I sent you that thing about how they was talking about the MOTTB on the news, on Fox.
Or Fox.
You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to warm you up to the idea of that electronic tag, all right?
Right.
And why is that? It's because that's what they ultimately plan on doing. Some people may say that it's far-fetched now, but really it's not when you look at the writing that's on the wall. You know what I'm
They
saying?
act like it's some shit that doesn't even exist already.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's already out there.
It's already out there. You got people over there in Europe that already got it.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So, what the hell are these people talking about? What are they really saying?
Most High and open their eyes to see it.
You got dudes like Klaus Schwab, who's like the head of the, I think it's the World Economic Forum, if I'm not mistaken. And he said we want people to be sea-hipped by 2025. Alex Jones said 2026, but that's still close. And you see how they trying to shut him down now?
Yeah, they're trying to make an example out of him.
Yeah, because he's been talking about this type of stuff for years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He don't got it all the way, because he tries to go into the Bible and prophecy, but he just be coming with confusion. And he starts talking about the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? But at least he gets that. Revelation 13 and 16 is, what we say it is. You know?
Right.
He gets that. And they're laying down the rug for what they're about to bring out, man. They're just laying it out, getting it ready.
Yep.
Getting their system into place.
That's how everything is. You gotta slow roll it. Cause then if you just come out with the big joint, people won't be like so accepting of it. Cause they're just not used to it. But if you slow roll it, they're used to seeing things go step by step, they'll be more accepting of it. That's just how it is. This is Isaiah 65 and 17. It says, for behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered nor come into mind.
That sounds like 2 Peter 2 and 20, if I'm not mistaken, if that's a scripture.
Did you get it?
Yeah, see if I'm right.
Yeah. The 2 Peter 2 and 20. For if after they have escaped the pollution of the world through the knowledge of the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, they are again entangled therein.
Let's talk about people that fall out of this truth, all right? Because when you come into this truth, you're supposed to put off that old man, clean yourself up. But then you have some people that fall back into the world,
Yeah, it's like that Proverbs.
No, you can finish that. And you can go back to Isaiah 65.
What is that? For the knowledge of the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, they are again entangled therein, and overcome the latter end is worse with them than the beginning.
That's actually not there.
Where is that? Isaiah. This is Isaiah 65 and 18. But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create.
Oh, that's Second Peter 3:13. You don't gotta read it. It basically says the same thing.
For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem, and a joy in my people, and the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. There shall be no more tents and infant of days, nor an old man that hath not filled his days. For the child shall die 100 years old, for the sinner being 100 years old shall be accursed. And they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them.
Yeah, so we're gonna be blessed. We're gonna have our own ranch. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna really be able to enjoy our family, you know?
Right. Will actually live. It says, they shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another eat.
Yeah, meaning we're not gonna fall off anymore.
Right.
What does that say in Daniel? Daniel chapter 7, where it speaks about how we're gonna take the kingdom, we're gonna possess it forever and ever.
This is Daniel 7:18. But the saints of the Most High Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
Yeah, so we're not gonna just wither away. We're not gonna be taken over by another nation.
Right. They shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another eat. For as the days of a tree are the days of my people, and mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands. They shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble.
Yeah, and it speaks about the elect. All right, again, the Most High is only gonna come and deliver the elect. All right, save the elect. All right, whether you be up to 144,000 or the 1/3. The 1/3 is comprised of men, women, and children. It's not gonna be no situation where only the 144,000 men make it, and then we don't have like Israelite women. Even though we don't really need the Israelite women to bring back the nation, it's not gonna be a situation to where it's just the men that get delivered.
Right.
You know how the scriptures speak about how there's a elect lady and a elect woman, all right? So you're gonna have sisters that make it too, all right?
They shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble, for they are the seed of the blessed of the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, and their offspring with them. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. The wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock, and dust shall be the serpent's meat.
Yeah, so animals are gonna go vegetarian.
Yeah, it's gonna be complete harmony.
Okay. You look at all the crazy shit that going on in the animal kingdom. That should be crazy.
Yeah.
I seen a video of a Komodo dragon eating a lamb or a goat.
Yeah, big ass. Yeah,
Yeah.
I seen that.
You see lions, they be hunting, especially the lioness.
Yeah,
They be going out hunting, tearing up them gazelles over there in Africa. You know what I'm saying?
it's gonna be complete harmony in the kingdom. It says, they shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, saith the Lord. That's it on that. That's the whole chapter.
So we'll chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second Peter 3 and 13. We'll start off with a couple of verses.
Start at 10. The Second Peter chapter 3 verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
Yep. And how is the Most High going to send his son? All right, through the chariots, through the angels. All right, he's going to come back in a big, gigantic UFO. And at the same time, the missiles are going to have a way with the destruction. And the missiles, they can't be detected.
Right.
They can't be counted. You know? I did a video and I brought out how America's missile defense system isn't even proven. They can't stop that. So a nuclear missile gets shot at you, how are you gonna counter it? What are you gonna do? There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
That's why they call it the war that's gonna end all wars. Who really wins in a nuclear war scenario? Other than us.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they have these big guns, these big weapons, and they flexing them, and they go and use it. The time is gonna come when they're gonna use it. Because the world is getting sick and tired of America. You know what I'm saying? The hypocrisy.
Even the heathen, not just us, not the nation,
even
and
the
Israel.
heathen. And we've seen what happened with the Nord Stream pipeline explosion.
Right.
They talking about America's allegedly behind that. But at the same time, you had the president say that we're going to take that out if Russia invades the Ukraine, which
Right.
that already happened. And that situation's getting worse and worse. So the question you got to ask yourself is, what times are we living in? People should really be concerned, but they're not.
Like they're oblivious to the whole matter.
And you know me, like, well, really us. You know, when we hear about all this stuff going on, all this turmoil, it makes our hearts sing.
Yeah.
It makes us happy.
But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
Break that down.
It's talking about the destruction. When the Most High comes to the chariots, it's shooting down that concentrated fire. The missiles coming to take this place out.
Yeah, let me ask you a
It's gonna
question.
be, this place gonna melt.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. You think that when you see like lightning, that's how like the chariots are gonna shoot down the fire? You think it's like that? You ever seen lightning strikes? And that's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I feel like
Fire
it'll,
comes up.
it'll be worse than that though, cause you know lightning, it just hits and it goes away. That concentrated fire, it's gonna be like the closest I can like think of it is like a laser beam. Like it's just gonna be, it's just gonna be tearing through its path. You know what I'm saying?
Because you know how it says in the Numbers chapter 11, the Most High will shoot fire onto the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? So we've never seen that.
Yeah, yeah.
We see all these UFO sightings, we hear about it, but they have yet to have gotten hostile
Right.
and violent. We want to see that. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? We can't wait until that day comes. Because that's going to be when we're going to be on the come up. Like I said, even if you don't make it, you got to understand the truth is bigger than you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This truth is way bigger than you. This is about Yahweh Shai. This is about the Most High and what he wants to do.
Right.
So even if you don't get delivered, hey, at least you're an Israelite.
Yeah. Hate to be a heathen in them days.
You know?
They're gonna get fucked up. This is 2 Peter 3 and 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Look for in hasting.
Yeah. So what attitude are you supposed to have? What are you supposed to be talking about? All right?
Sorry.
Bro.
Oh, ça, está tomando.
12 tribes of Israel.
Huh?
12 tribes of Israel.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Do you see yourself on this side?
Yes.
What's your nationality?
I'm from Spanish. We're Spanish.
Where?
I'm from El Salvador,
El Salvador?
Central America.
So you would be an Israelite. That's your true nationality according to the Bible. You
Yes.
see, El Salvador is just a name that was given unto you by man. That's man-made. When you go into the Bible, everybody has a nationality
Yeah.
according to the book.
You Jewish?
No, we're not Jewish.
No.
We are the Israelites.
Right.
We are the Most High people.
Okay.
Yeah. We're the real thing.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Right.
Appreciate it. Carry on.
So you hear all.
You got Benjamin Diana on all the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell you what they-
Yeah. So you hear about a lot of the stuff that's going on in the world. The nuclear
Oh my
war,
God! It is the end of the.
nuclear war threats.
Mhm.
Well, this.
We have to pray. Pray for the war.
Right.
I was in Israel.
But you have to understand that this is all biblical prophecy.
Yes.
We're seeing prophecy roll out right before our eyes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. They come from the.
Matter of fact,
Wait.
read that.
Yeah.
Where was we at?
2 Peter 3 and 10. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
Yeah, in the night. Yes.
Yeah, a thief in the night.
And
So
we
when
come
the
again,
Lord,
like a thief in the night, we don't know,
Yeah.
like the five, 10 virgins, were the 10 virgins, was ready for everything, and the other ones, they were not ready,
Right.
They don't close the door. It's just a sample,
Right.
but I mean, we have to believe that he's coming soon.
yeah,
Soon.
Yeah, he's
Very
coming
soon.
Soon.
More than you think.
Right.
More
And
than
a
you
lot of
think.
people are going to be caught off guard
I know.
because they don't understand biblical prophecy.
No.
They're not concerned about what's taking place in the world.
Yeah, I know.
They're not measuring it up with the scriptures.
Yeah, you see all this war now, with the,
Yeah.
the Russian, with the,
Right.
World War III is prophesied about in the Bible.
Yeah.
Keep reading.
It says,
Isn't it?
in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with a fervent heat.
So what's going to do that? Thermonuclear destruction,
Yeah.
nuclear missiles.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
They will say, they would say that, all these things they can, that no, it's not that they're trying to go to the far of the moon. They want to see, the third,
Yeah.
you
You hear Putin, he's making all these threats,
Yeah.
nuclear war threats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have to be prepared, with that happen, we have to embrace
Yep.
the Lord, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah, we go with him.
And what's more is that America claims that they have a missile defense system against those ICBM missiles, but in reality they don't. That
No.
system's not proven. And
Yeah,
also
and
when the
what-
missiles get shot out, they have smoke around them. So they can't be detected by the radars. The missiles can't be detected by the radars.
It says the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
Mhm.
Seeing then that all these things that shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Yeah, meaning what type of attitude are you supposed to have knowing what you know?
Yeah,
Like, how are you supposed to conduct yourself?
absolutely.
You're not supposed to be over here concerned about the affairs of this life, the cares of this world that we live in today. Because the scriptures speak about how this world is going to pass away,
Yeah.
and it's going to be a new heaven.
New
Matter of
heaven.
fact, we just read that. Read that. What is that? 2 Peter 3 and 13.
Todo esto que están hablando es verdad. Yeah.
Yes. Nevertheless,
The Lord is coming, the Lord is coming.
Yeah, read that.
nevertheless, we according to his promise look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Yeah, so you can't deny that this world is full of wickedness. This
Yeah,
world is not
absolutely.
righteous.
Yeah.
All right? And when it says that there's going to be a new heaven and a new earth, that just means that the world that we live in now is going to be
The complete.
it's going to be renewed. It's going to be
Yeah, yeah.
rejuvenated.
Yeah.
We're going to have a new rulership over the world. All right? And that's going to be through the Lord, Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, I can't wait to see us in right.
Right. You got the proper spirit on.
And you know that the Lord is a so-called black man, right? You know the Messiah is a so-called black man, right? You know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's coming for us.
Yeah, he's
Right.
coming to.
We-
He's
we
coming.
are-
He's coming for us, the people right here in this
Who
side.
believe
His-
for him,
his
I
chosen
believe
people.
with that. I'm waiting for.
Right.
I'm waiting for. I'm not afraid. I try just to do my best for everybody. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
But we're not just gonna tiptoe into salvation. You understand?
Yeah.
There's gonna be trials and tribulations that we go through, and the stuff that we see going on now is just gonna intensify and get worse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Societal
No,
collapses.
no. You see how many killing, I mean, it's all over. All over. The whole world.
Yup.
The whole world.
And they speak about implementing a new currency system, a digital currency system. They want to get rid of cash, which ultimately that's going to be the fulfillment of Revelation 13 and 16, which is the MOT to the beat, the mark. So,
Yeah, I thought.
which is this the implant,
Yeah.
this
Oh,
seed.
oh my God. Yeah.
I gotta speak in code,
Yeah, we will not be able to buy or
Yes,
sell.
yes,
because
get it.
We don't have it.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah.
Right.
They were implanted. They were implanted.
You got that? Oh yeah.
Eso es verdad.
Second
eso es
Peter.
verdad. Que va a venir un tiempo que van a implantar el chip, ¿no? El chip.
So 2 Peter 3 and 14
Imagina.
says, "Wherefore, beloved, seeking that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blamelessness."
Right, and the important thing about coming into this faith and coming into this knowledge of the truth, the fact that you're an Israelite is putting off the old person that you was and becoming a new person, cleaning yourself up.
Yeah.
Start keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments in the Bible to the best of your ability. Because contrary to popular belief, the laws aren't done away with. The scriptures speak about how only the righteous are going to make it, be delivered. So, being that there's the righteous and being that there's a bad, what side do you want to be on?
Yeah.
The scriptures speak about how your righteousness is measured through, the Most High's commandments and also your faith in the Lord,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. So God bless you guys to, giving the word, that.
Yeah, that's what we out here doing. That's our job.
Yeah. God bless you.
Mhm.
God bless you.
Thank you.
You have a good day.
Have a
Okay,
nice
the same
day.
to you. Okay.
Take care. Take care.
Seems like she got it. Where's he at? The 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 15. "And account that the long suffering of our Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai is salvation, even as our beloved brother Paul also according to the wisdom given unto him hath written unto you."
So again, it's based about salvation. What are you going to need to be saved from? All right? Think about it.
Yeah, that destruction, man. You can't. There is no escaping it. Yahweh Shai is the only person that can deliver you from this.
Indeed. Indeed.
It says, "As also in all his epistles, speaking in them of these things, in which are some things hard to be understood."
Thinking, Alex Jones was talking about his bug out plan. You know what he said his bug out plan is? He's like, I'm just going to go to my farm, and that's it. I don't have a ton of money. I can't get a doomsday bunker. I don't have that. Because think about it. All you can really do is just kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah.
If your name's not written in the book of life, how do you think you're gonna make it?
Yeah.
You're gonna just get caught up in the destruction.
Done. It says, "As also in all his epistles, speaking in them of these things, in which are some things hard to be understood, which they that are unlearned and unstable rest, as they do also the other scriptures unto their own destruction."
Right, and that's exactly what the Christians do. Remember I said to the woman, contrary to popular belief, the laws aren't done away with. All things are clean. You can eat what you want to eat.
Bullshit. What is a sin? Transgression of the law. So obviously the law is not done away with. And I don't even understand that. It says, "Which they are unlearned and unstable, rest as they do also the other scriptures unto their own destruction. Ye therefore, beloved, seeing ye know these things before, beware lest ye also, being led away with the error of the wicked, fall from your own steadfastness, but grow in grace and in the knowledge of the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. To him be glory both now and forever. Amen.
So you're supposed to grow in this faith. All right. You got anything else?
This is Psalms 55 and 19. It says, Yahweh shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old, Selah, because they have no changes. Therefore they fear not Yahweh.
You can speak on
Let's talk about how Esau Edom, like he has no regard for the Most High and his laws, statutes, and commandments. It says, he hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
that. Right. And when you think about it, giving into account the history between so-called blacks in this country and Esau, right? You don't see us, trying to come together and take down this man's system.
Right.
You know?
Because ultimately, that's not our job.
Yeah.
We can't do it. That's the
No,
Most
we
High's
can't,
will.
we can't take this man down ourselves.
Right.
Right? Unless the Lord gives us spiritual power, the Yahweh Shai finally makes his second coming. That's only going to be the way that Esau falls.
Right.
We can't do this now.
There's an order. It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. For his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Yeah, like how when Esau would make peace treaties with the so-called Native Americans, he would violate them. You know what I'm saying? Talking that good stuff, speaking that smooth stuff. They'd be like, yeah, we'll honor this contract with you. We'll give you such and such.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. Even though they really had no right to the land to begin with, they stole it.
Right. Like the Native Indians.
So Esau, you got a lot to pay for. I wouldn't want to be an Edomite.
God. It says, cast thy burden upon the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. But thou, O God, shalt bring them down into the pit of destruction. Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in thee.
So wicked people that do wicked things, they're gonna have what they got coming to them. People are gonna get what they deserve. All right. You're seeing how some of the wicked of this world are being spared right now. But man, when's this nigga gonna get his judgment? What's his personal fall? Well, the Most High, he has his schedule, and in due time, that's when we're gonna see judgment come into fruition.
Right. And it's talking like what it says, but thou, O God, shall bring them down into the pit of destruction. The pit of destruction it's just like this society. It's just gonna be destroyed, like its whole system.
That's in Isaiah chapter 13.
That's it on that.
Get second Ezra chapter 7, verse, I want to say 41. No?
7:41. Never comes up.
Look at King James.
The second Ezra, chapter 7, verse 41. Even so now, seeing corruption is grown up, and wickedness increaseth, and the righteous have prayed for the ungodly. Wherefore shall it not be so now also?
Keep going.
He answered me and said, This present life is not the end where much glory doeth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak.
Yeah, because this life that we live ain't really nothing. All right? We have a better world coming. Keep going.
But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past.
Day of doom. All right? The downfall of this man's system. And when our new system is implemented, our new world. All right?
Intemperance is at an end. Infidelity is cut off. Righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppose him that hath gotten the victory. I answered then and said, This is my first and last saying, that it had been better not to have given the earth unto Adam, or else, when it was given him, to have restrained him from sinning.
Right. And like I said earlier, we're paying for the sins of our forefathers.
Right.
So Adam fell into sin. Therefore, we all start to fall into sin. Because prior to that, there was no sin. All right. So that's why we have to be changed. We have to be brought under the new covenant.
Right.
Get our new bodies.
For what profit is it for men now in this present time to live in heaviness, and after death to look for punishment? O thou, Adam, what hast thou done? For through it was thou that sinned. Thou art not fallen alone, but we all that come of thee. For what profit is it unto us, if there be promised us an immortal time, whereas we have done the works that bring death?
Right. And the works that brings death is sin. All right. Transgression of the law. You know, the scriptures say in Romans, the book of Romans, for the wages of sin is death. All right.
Says, and that there is promised us an everlasting hope, whereas ourselves, being most wicked, are made vain, and that there are laid up for us dwellings of health and safety, whereas we have lived wickedly.
Yeah. So we're gonna get new bodies. We're not gonna get sick no more. We're not gonna die.
We won't be going off. We won't be sinning no more.
Yeah. Really, the root of why we, go through so much hell and turmoil is because of sin. All right. That's going back into the beginning with Adam. All right. So we've been living like this for thousands of years. All right. And the Most High always had a number that He was dealing with us that would try to be righteous and uphold the commandments. All right. The scriptures speak about how you come back into your lot. So you was in the truth, in a prior life, prophesizing or doing the work, or of this faith and of this ministry. All right, then you're gonna come back into that lot today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
and that the glory of the Most High is kept to defend them which have led a weary life, whereas we have walked in the most wicked ways of all, and that there should be shewed a paradise whose fruit endureth forever, wherein is security and medicine, since we shall not enter into it.
So how do you get around that?
Right.
This is why they don't like the Apocrypha. All right? Going back into prophecy, when did the people in the land today fulfill this prophecy? Or any prophecy for that fact of the matter.
Right.
Other than the fact of them being in that land and polluting it. You know what I'm saying?
It says, for we have walked in unpleasant places, and that the faces of them which have used abstinence shall shine above the stars, whereas our faces shall be blacker than darkness. For while we lived and committed iniquity, we considered not that we should begin to suffer for it after death. Then answered he me,
Suffer for it after death. That sounds like reincarnation to me.
Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. That if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say. That's pretty much it on that. That's what keep going.
That's it on that. With that, we're going to wrap it up. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashim Al-Shah, Bashim Al-Shalom.
Shalom.